Your compost heap is probably cold. Not cool, cold. And that means it is doing something, but not the thing you actually want it to do. Most allotment holders have a heap tucked in the corner, quietly rotting away over 18 months, and they call it composting. It is. But there is another way. A faster way. A way that kills weed seeds, destroys pathogens, and hands you finished compost in as little as 4 weeks. It is called hot composting, and once you understand what is actually happening inside that heap, you will never look at a pile of grass clippings the same way again. When a heap sits and slowly breaks down over many months, the organisms doing the work are fungi and certain slow-acting bacteria. They are perfectly capable. They will get there eventually, but they prefer cool conditions, they work at their own pace, and they do not generate enough heat to destroy weed seeds or the roots of persistent weeds like bindweed or couch grass. Whatever goes in largely stays in, just in a smaller, darker form. That is fine for low-effort gardening, but on an allotment, where space is precious and you need compost every season, fine is not always enough. Hot composting works by creating the ideal conditions for a completely different class of microorganism, thermophilic bacteria. Thermophilic means heat-loving. These bacteria thrive at temperatures between 40 and 70 degrees Celsius. They are already present in your garden materials, dormant, waiting. When you build a heap correctly, you wake them up. They consume organic matter at an extraordinary rate, and as they do, they generate heat as a byproduct. That heat accelerates their own activity further. It is a self-reinforcing cycle. The heap gets hot, the bacteria multiply, the heap gets hotter still. At the center of a well-built hot heap, temperatures regularly reach 60 degrees Celsius. At that temperature, most weed seeds are destroyed within a few days. Harmful pathogens cannot survive. Even some persistent fungal diseases are eliminated. You are not just making compost, you are sterilizing it as you go. To trigger this thermophilic process, your heap needs 3 things in the right balance: carbon, nitrogen, and moisture. Carbon comes from your brown materials: cardboard, straw, woody stems, dried leaves, torn up paper. Nitrogen comes from your green materials: fresh grass clippings, vegetable peelings, young weeds before they have set seed, coffee grounds, fresh manure. The ratio you are aiming for is roughly 25 to 30 parts carbon to 1 part nitrogen by weight. In practice, that means building your heap in layers, alternating greens and browns, so that neither type dominates. Moisture matters more than most people realize. The heap should feel like a wrung-out sponge, damp throughout but not dripping. Too dry and the bacteria become dormant. Too wet and you drive out the oxygen they need, switching to a different, slower, smellier anaerobic process. If your heap starts to smell like ammonia, it is too wet or too nitrogen heavy. If it smells of nothing at all, it is probably too dry or too carbon heavy. Size is not optional. A hot heap needs a minimum volume of 1 cubic meter to insulate itself. Too small and the heat escapes before the core temperature can build. Pile your materials in one go if you can, rather than adding scraps gradually over weeks. That single building event is what triggers the rapid temperature rise. Within 2 or 3 days of building correctly, you should be able to push your hand near the center and feel genuine warmth. In ideal conditions, steam will rise when you open the heap on a cool morning. Here is where turning comes in. Once the core reaches its peak temperature and then begins to drop, usually around 5 to 7 days in, you turn the heap. You pull the outer cooler material into the center and push the hot center outward. This does 2 things. It reintroduces oxygen, which the bacteria have been consuming, and it ensures every part of the heap eventually spends time in the hot zone. After turning, temperatures will rise again. You repeat this process every 5 to 7 days. Most hot heaps need 3 to 5 turns in total before the material is fully broken down and the temperature stabilizes at ambient level, which tells you the bacteria have finished their work. Finished hot compost is dark, crumbly, and smells of nothing more threatening than damp earth. It is biologically active, full of beneficial organisms, and ready to work the moment it goes into your beds. Dig it into the top layer before planting, use it to mulch around established crops, or mix it with topsoil in your raised beds. Because the hot process has killed weed seeds, you will not be importing tomorrow's problems into your growing space. That alone is worth the effort of turning it every week. It takes more attention than a cold heap. It asks you to build carefully, monitor moisture, and pick up a fork regularly. But 4 weeks from a pile of grass clippings and cardboard to finished compost is not a gardening myth. It is just thermophilic bacteria doing what they have always done, given the right conditions. So, over to you. Have you ever actually measured the temperature inside your compost heap? And if so, what did the thermometer read? Leave your result in the comments because the range people find is more surprising than you might expect. And if this helped you understand your